Leisha tangkun laubing tum psychorally the talk with Sorinthan Haorei welcome salushidle ajagatari episode li tum psychorally welcome sadle ajay tumna ringphala khaya kala interesting sala khaya topic akho maramle discuss sangrum re interesting ka samang maningla topic hi itumna thaikang yi kala itumwe ariari chatna da klai itumna okthui da klai li itum ko tongana thaiplung gi ji topic akhang sadle ajay tumna generation gap humoramli itum discuss sangrum ra itumna thaigijia arihon with a change of time itumi postmodern era li okthuida kleine technological era li okthuida kleine chitaugida karela go with chatna ga sa ma chatna bai chung khalai de leye kala arihon dalaga ne khani thot pingna hi thada apta hi ta tam ni rauk thio with da karela go we chat khana chi malai khai lak chung khala lei papam de leye itumi ning ga jang itumi kring karag itumna shai mang da klai sa da klai sai ko ri mikomo khangte ti shura kala itumi thought khangte ti shura gap ku chung khalei da klei thailaga itumi thaga society agli okthing room haugi da itum ka thada okthing room ka phara ka chiu maram li tum discuss sara itumi tangkhul matalagan ka tai hailak laga tangkhul hi wa traditionally closely knitted community sao itumi shimkur aka thada okthi haugi da itum akhaina aka bhapta khangrum hi dar salaga wa chiwaina itumi okthi khangrum li mutual understanding laga mutual respect leng rok laga okthui khangrum gi kanala ke jena aje itumi tiong mai ka hiu maram discuss sak vai sa se topic hi itum mai saina lungsang lagaina discuss sangrum khawai itum mthamai da themai pai vai da aje yu show hili kya shingi la ka ya guess ka thum rangru mi de leye athumui manga aina itum aje chunga thega kui shaka kui sambang ra in a makeup da introduce sami ke kala itum psycho na thumni welcome sami se makeup da in a kuirum la Sochirmi Luiram li introduce hami ngai dele a hi ari class 12 COSEM board exam council exam thara dele Sacred Heart we katam now ne kala ka khnia sa da Shangreipam Makang a hi Jesus Heart we worship leader ne kala ka thuma sa da Chingri Kashak a hi entrepreneur ne kala ala awe on podcast channel la khle laga dynamic sala khaya guest ne ka thum hi jogi da achara jang da khle athum manga aina itum chung ka thei kui shaka kui samphang da kana paila khaya kana la khaya chung ka shakuira general makeup da nishi thum lik chung ka ning shi da leye nthum adam ka sakya ka le salala yaru wang itum tangku society wang da rashikat mi da khle wang chung ka ning shi ring phai achu topic interesting sala gre in a kyang ji tran atang first impression here different generation jogidan to we first impression katheli kyang li dressing sense and in a direct take and okay it me generation decade of we mong and come ta thada the da difference ji chung ka kli thada la the but then itum khni thot ping li ning khang rum la khle de so actually discussion hi li ka chi chawe ning ga chang opinion hang ka shok hi li ashama objectively watsara ki chit sangle so to get it started in a queer Chingri poly kang han sao ge yes si ba yes kang han chao maning la no lifestyle ka da lily in the present context in terms of your clothing for example music kashak no society li indulge ka sarano church li no sort now no we are lifestyle hi ka da lily la present context li no we ning jang no we Erin mentioned Sakai Pingchili killer reference alaga. Tiomeka ka share samilo.
Absolutely. First of all, thank you, Mr. Sorinthan, for inviting me on your talk show. Ili Chingri Paul Haorei, I chatrik naune. I am an entrepreneur. I also work at an investment company, and I teach people on how to invest and where to invest. To make passive income that generates sort of passive income streams of income. That generates I'm doing that in the cruel. In addition to that, we podcast channel we passion project English media say we podcast show.
Okay.
Spotify lila, Google Podcasts, YouTube lila. Last month, no. December 2022 in a published upgrade. So there are 3 episodes up on my YouTube channel. So if anyone is interested to check it out, you can. The channel name is Chingri Paul, but the brand name is Influence Northeast. Okay. Right. So I'm pretty excited to be here to talk about generation gap and what it is, how it's affecting us, and how we can really start a conversation to bridge the gap between the older generation and us, the younger generation. Yeah. Okay. Firstly, generation gap is the way I understand it. Say there is a gap like anything in what we believe, in things that we value, right? In our attitudes or in the way we perceive things. If there is a gap in there, then there is a generation gap. And it wouldn't be wrong to say that there is a generation gap right now in our community between the older generation, that is our forefathers and our father's generation, and our generation. So I was born in the year 1991. So I fall into the category of millennials. I'm sure you are millennials too, Mr. Sorinthan.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So people who are born between 1986 to I think 1996, they fall into the category of millennialism. As when 1997 when 2012 being in the Gen Z this day. It we say 1986 when you kunuk being in Generation X or late boomers, baby boomers. That's the generation thing. Data so the category I mean just the label sidely. And it'd be a millennials now, and I'll be turning 32 this year, right? Now, coming back to your question of my lifestyles, when it comes to say the way I dress,
Yeah.
right? Dress shakasali hanglo zikava, versatile salake you would dress kasava. I want to dress up, I want to dress down, and I mean, the most important for me is that I'm comfortable with what I'm wearing. In the sangdagle, shanbai chunbai comfortable saplungra. And I want the way my dressing reflects my personality.
Yep, that's right.
Your personality, he dress you creativity, not only just personality, you creativity, sexuality. I wanted to express it. I want to reflect with the way I dress. But most important of all is that I'm comfortable with what I'm wearing, and I feel this authenticity in what I'm wearing. And lastly, but not the least, while we're talking about dressing, I am super conscious about the kind of clothes that I buy online because I wanted to be a sustainable consumer. As an educated young man, I wanted to be eco-friendly. I wanted to live a sustainable life. So I'm very picky about which clothing brands to buy.
Okay.
Yeah? All right. Next, I want to talk about food, my food choice. Right? I love food. Everybody loves food, obviously. But I practice to eat healthy as much as I can.
Okay.
Right? Healthy living. Healthy eating. Itumui organic sa kazahi. Tikta kashakazahi mang consume sangai shangai sangai yang. Itumui pasali sazak by kashakaza chemicals kazang kashakaza kachunglei additives kasayang harmful additives kashakaza kachunglei. And a conscious sada kashakazahi shai mangai. Because I want to be healthy, I want to live a healthy lifestyle, and I want to promote healthy lifestyle as well, right? Okay. Music. Let's talk about music. Everybody loves music. Everybody loves listening to music, and I do too. I mean, I listen to all types of genres. But then again, the kind of music that I listen to, I'm very picky again. Why? Because there are a lot of crappy musics out there, right?
For
Music
example, crappy
music, there are like music that has like offensive lyrics. That has like lyrics that doesn't even make sense to you.
Right.
I can't even name at the moment, but then there are a lot of crappy musics out there. The catchy lyrics, if you go through the lyrics, you don't understand what it means. Music we bongli hanglo zikiva it's social media, say for example Spotify thali nganaye, YouTube thali nganaye, and Apple Music platforms nganaye. And then as a millennial, current being the itumwe older generations being the pop matamre music ang nailaraba advertisement ni kachung zangde. Advertisement kachung zangawda. I'm willing to pay like 100, 200, 500 bucks to avoid listening to an ads. And I do that. You know, Spotify, I subscribe to the premium version of Spotify. I subscribe to the premium version of YouTube Music. That way I don't get distracted by advertisement. Invest on top of that, as a millennial, you know, as a young man, concert kita attending sahi. Very interested. Live music is very interested. Music festival I'm willing to spend hundreds and thousands of rupees to attend concerts, to attend live concerts, to attend music festivals. So that's where I stand in the topic of music. Okay, lastly, my lifestyle is like in a society, I would say, I know how the world is changing. It's changing at a very fast pace, right? The way we do banking is also changing. Technologically advancing suddenly. AI is popular lately. Just recently, I don't know how many folks from our community know about this new AI technologies that was just launched a couple of months back. It was called ChatGPT. Within the 2 months time, ChatGPT here actually users see millions. And what it does is you go to this site, it's an AI, and then you can ask any questions. You can ask this AI to write a poem, I asked this AI to write a poem about Ukrul, and then my mind was blown. And I asked so many questions, and it makes me like super, super scary about where we're going as a society in terms of how much we are advancing in technology, right? Okay, so I am super bullish about, say, new technologies like blockchain technology. I don't know how many people know this technology, blockchain technology, Web3. Right now, this is Web2, right? But Web3. There is a new generation of internet, decentralized finance, that kind of thing, Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, that kind of thing. I'm super bullish. Okay. And yeah, I would say, if we don't learn about, if we don't start adopting about the changes that is happening in the world, then as a community, we're going to be left behind.
Right.
So
okay.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Very informative, and then unique salakai personality akang sadly that take with lay because nana ari the way your lifestyle, with music taste, clothing, food, and how you indulge in the society, your interests, is very unique, and then very interesting as well. Thank you for the brief introduction. Nextly in queer Shangreipam li ungai delay. Yes, ari cham kingsley. Queer Chingri, he wears a blazer. When it comes to you, denim jacket. Ara, generation it me choice, color interest, thing rock that he. Chen ara, Shangreipam we lifestyle he got haglergy, cutting in terms of Ari Chingri Nakang that your clothing, your taste in music, Ari ne taking I marum panava, it me taste, it me interest, got having a demo maili as a person. Kya unique sound maili, take nine. No, we tell me a
Thank you so much, Sorinthan. No, we talk actually invite me wangin share. Okay. Late 90s li pray, 1997 li, January 6 li pray. So lifestyle hi 80s adam li zat nak sa kala you with lira ka pra 2000 with lira ka pra bing we adam li zat na da lifestyle kanini eva capture say eva relate sa bai because in you dressing sin hang I really love classic. Okay. Classic dressing. 80s adam ni dress sa 90s adam ni dress ka and I really love dressing up. Okay. And like music with genre he rock and roll with generally pilap sa gai jilet sa gai ishavalong nang naksa Guns N' Roses kita or Scorpio kita or Zilda Nirvana kita Bergium kita lang nai. And then 2000 ni I really guitar shock the indie pop 1975 kita and then like Justin Bieber cái thằng shock đời bình
Justin Bieber lần nào la
yeah Justin Bieber is good now like create
Cream thà từ rồi
cream thà từ
chỉ point
một chỗ sao nhá
Alright.
he's doing a good music
Fair to say that.
and also like in a food culture as I grew up in a village ramnyok thì cao cái đó organic sao cái mang giá cái chế cái cái town này vào bên trên cafe li experience sao restaurantရောက်thì vào trên Chinese food Asian food try sao mà cái noodles cái là những chẳng ara food cái thở country cái thôi cái đấy we food là experience you something
okay
so my lifestyle in society is that I want to influence
Alright.
a lot of youth like just the way you are like na kita sangai na kuyon sangai la or na jacket sangai la just be yourself.
Alright.
Some love wearing formal, some love just wearing like me, some love wearing adorned jeans, but it's okay the way you are to be.
Right. Okay. Thank you so much, Shangreipam. Ning share. Tracy, interesting. A thing roka hogida Mercury yes. Kai ko bangwa. Except maksala lay sara. I evening jam ni lay sara. But then we're in a society. Let's learn to live harmoniously, despite the differences we have. Do you want your topic you quick run and then yes, I will have brief introduction. Arma along zang moment interesting sama man re. Kana was other in Kurim la Sochirmi Luiram. No we lang han ngai delay. No we style. No kring kraki ka thadalay. Yeah, not necessarily your dressing style. Ka no interest si. Kimo mili ka thadalay kla. Mtalan yes ka shak. Example sa are we Shangreipam na noodles hanger. Atang kuri Chingri noodles ning chang lam time ne. But then I healthy kasa jidle. Noodles kada here not so much healthy, not very much healthy. Atada junk food leaching kai kaba. Fast food chao gida yang. Ka are hon itum na kernel ping. Tioka itum senior. Older generations feeling hanga noodles si shakala ham sa la atum example sa dia to cha ko bar ki sila lai jidala music tigala atum reshila ta itum we tangkula gospel ka taw mang na atum we rock and roll rock song jigala maning chang jong le mo chen after 2000 ka frane yang jaw ki da nui lang tai hang lai sa re nui tiêu mai ka thai ngai le ka hang lo
yêu mình Sochirmi Luiram Haorei cái ý ai cái second hard win the class 12 exam thay cái là lấy được này dressing vác này yêu vác bông ấy năng gì chỉ có vào simplicity he prefer thế ya thật ra dress sang là cái comfortable cái sa cái là color core he prefer yêu preference chỉ vác cái này lấy cái mía how we dressing cái sa he how we impression how we vibe hang stay thật ra how we chỉ là hang stay được lấy này là cái sắc giá vác này chỉ có vào ít thùng we thật ra local cái bông ấy là produce cái sa là cái 사대ek 사싱에
tangkul shop de lay
là cái 신주 chỉ cái ai hơn chỉ hay chơi lệ
wrong chai ba chi sa la ko bien
wrong chai ba chi bien
okay
chỉ hay là cái thật ra chai ba ham mà chim này là cái bên sa the green vegetables gì yêu thật ra chai này ham sam này
oh okay
사대 ba cái nữa đó
acha
là cái yêu la preference music va cái này chỉ có vào ý khana bang na sai thật đấy á itum na la khana li ung ta thật đấy Spotify no itum YouTube li no ung ta chính này
prefer sa genre mlim la
le cái vào ung ta chính là cái like hay man ta giờ đó nào quy man là cái mình sa the English na K-pop ya tăng khu cái Hindi thay khana bang này có thật đấy nhưng chẳng hay xăm này
okay mình nói là BTS sang lấy ra
BTS
BTS we fan la
army cái này
rank list they know army
generally
tolop chung da lấy ra army bing yeah all right yes na K-pop Korean culture ning chang la ga da shai China in a hili take na kind of itum society yes ari no hili hangda le hili choice chunga difference like for example itum la Kopiena mimi rom shahi mirin li kni go tum simang le firm ra ada te hangai jilla change ning ga jang hiang generation gap khle ati sure jan are we K-pop ku jile itum BTS member kya ne jido shini aming te sir la hang yeng la sta
아직가
아시 member 빙제
김석진 정호석 박지민 김대용 동정국 그가 김남준
hey ha sing tha jila nyong da all right pa nai re ha ka tang khu lam bang na lap ton thumi
ngenai
Ngenai.
ka pak mong na ni ka nang khula ngena sal da ai hon yung gong
Yes.
athung na le
Okay. Fine. All right. It with culture here. Yes, cultural invade kasala khai thadal hele, but then let's leave that aside. Are we no ningajang no with choice in terms of your dressing, no are we music no kashakazaro no anything no with thoughts, even your thoughts. Hi zang laga itum society. Mitalaga na itum ava wang rabing na or itum church na. Kya ka acceptable accept sadly. Kiji thengai tolerate saga masa na thumli matalaga na tiao ka senior sak mai bing tala miar naw bing na gazai or tuiji thada Korean leaning jang je da merkali Korean ping liva feminine salak high personality thada thei gi lak chung khalak hang le hik thalak chung khalai le ra, and then na thumwi generation hili generation Z 2000 and above tala no we li focus aga khangli ishi society na tala khar naw bing na ka thada perceive saklan tumi ka thada thei kle ang ji tiao me ka thengai na thumli kya ka tolerate sakla acceptable sakla ji ka share samilo
tika ai hon da yu na ka thei li ba ya itumi hada itumi interest ka tha itumi hada later clay itumi lifestyle ki khana bing na pura hada exception a hem sam na yu ne thei li ba ya
okay
itum na dressing a ka sa ka na wi ji va na lim bak ne
right
shi na ye hila hang si na ye da ji thai le ba me ji la ya laga itumi color khor isha yi long itum dress hada ba lo ka ba atumi color tang khamang ni prefer sa me ji la itum na ba ka hor li ya ji ka kashak za ga li la ka itum na shangai sal la atum na mi shai ngai atum na ji tum khme ji ta bak ba ji ning jang me ga I have a long like dressing sa sal la six nine ka mi ang ne
Yes,
hada
yes.
di tha le bam da I have a long like color khor da ya atum color hada mu khor na da ji la itum ba na ba khor khme na ning jang me ya ga hada itum na da ba man la ga hada itum akai na ka hada phap dang rock la ga itum re sang hili hada accept sang rock ji tha ka ba hada da ba bai me hada ya accept sa ka itum lifestyle hili re sang ka bai sa sei da
okay next year yes are we ava bing society tala church bing na pressure le dak le kya ka wait kya ka thak le ji thengai, and then atumli sa the pressure mi dak le ji li are you able to express yourself, are you able to nana sakhngai ji sa shab kam sa shab to ke ji or kala atumna ji da ho da nana sangai la musa khar musa khangai khalei le la
le
okay
atum na da hangai ga itum na ka hada
conscious sam
kan
no
che sa mai la ga itum na ga full ya hada ya itum la da hilam le ji hada ka ga
ji hina nali no khring khrakli day to day activity li hamburger samale do da no we mirin khring khrakli
oh le
layer okay all right yes avawa bingjing na kwid layer da shitsang arm itum next question li lungsang mai da wajang li re ji are we questions li akshida wa ke ning share khuirum la Sochirmi queer Shangreipam are we ngar ekta question athang casually discuss ka sa la are examples are the mikai ko opinion liver no talk show li kui hon ka sang ka pam ji kliang example kai kind of I pangli tattoo ye kai but then ka the worship leader sa ji kliang khywang miar non kui sam sang ji kliang very judgmental some people judgmental salak ji la lai ji la jena nana no we kharing khraki nana society li hi thada iwa ok ngai ki wi opinion hi kya ka expressive salaga occupy glog ji thengai no we ning ka chang hi no we interest le dak le occupy le la ji hor chak sa pai le la society na church na no we parents being no we peers sort now being na kya ka acceptable sa le tolerate sa le na li kala mtalai no we generation hi le ka da the perceive sa society na ji ka share sa mi
okay kigra nganui le ka you brought up you high school brought up he village ne and then village they got like iba me ka mean you exactly you living style le police ga okay kan ya na ne
okay
you atam ji ya you high school atam ji school wal police sa jon gi ji life ka shim ni ngala you family sa you avam sa da honestly hang je ge abusive sa ga ya family ya yok kan ne
okay
then ringa man ga high school ga khim he le ko ina down go shoga dam ji chan I still feel the same in my generation. Let's forget about older generation hai like you generation adam ji le bully sak me or accept sak me the way I am accept masa kami ju we feel sai ka in ara yang ga raising man the 2016 17 ji wa man jin I feel like I am more accepted
Okay.
than my past it will vastly accept magsa ji liba ari in ring the ari lifestyle ba here while accept some in feel sai
Okay.
Ko when it comes to my fashion you we Jersey or you can correctly as a worship leader 2017 born again Sunday as a worship leader atom nearly expect sababa yes obviously a short hair a formal band
Right,
and a formal shirt and like la le hymnal mang sa ya some expect say then ara kiga ka iliva you calling baba 이게 다 심한데 or 이게 다 옥틀 이게 다 짜 레이더 했냐 요 calling baba so 이게 다 일리 accept 막 사람 좀 레이더 했네 제 so you want you purpose 와 아무 달리 you are okay the way you are it's okay to be like 너는 그좀 상하이 it's okay 너는 king 와이 it's okay the atom example 사 그린 과이 일리 봐 주 calling 레이더 which are the you lifestyle 자 그린
Okay.
and then atom 나 क्या है accept 사 그 지 지바지 general line 봐 이봐 yes 뭐 지름네 खूब general line ba society ni accept sai ki ba cover ring room bai
Okay.
ring room bai de le ta eche sang lok bai
Okay.
I ge jong ko beer sa le ge I ge jong ko fight sai ji ba
Right. Right. Okay. Thank you. No, we testimony very inspiring. Shangreipam. Thank you. Inspire salak tele. Yes, it we in very ship only hang logic to just is to God it me kumo na kipa da just our and then we run a king way to uklung liking not the way we dress. Of course, it saran varan jiva tere explicit masa cover and then we need not worship God necessarily only in formal clothing. Name na jiva. So itum we ningjang ati sure the saga pai jiva acceptable sa le ka jiva sa si ji hangai ning share knauli na queer Chingri mi personally kyang juchan you're very I mean nana atang kang tala no with clothing sense very gentle Jogida, I'm sure you might not have faced so many issues in the society. All right.
Yeah.
Kari, na hang banava. I think itum with generation paliva. Ari generation pa ina. Tio mai kata da temi kada thay. And then family run a society we pressure karai. A new generation pa limar mai lay tada thay lay. So atang kang tada itum with clothing in it reflects our personality.
Correct.
In a sangda clear to sure he kajikta ning chukaina or to kajikta with in octu like tailor lay. Yes, occasion at sure to come tailor sung but then most of our time today to akalistic such of layola and then the way you dress we can of course katioka na kajik time like taishape. I can have yes itum we food we don't know are aniwi nalaga in a tiome canali hang kang banava. Itum with church, itum with society, hila, miraculously judgmental sana so it becomes a burden for our younger generation. Examples are the itum church, lik rajichan, some itum kusam tsike tanghunawe. But then, with the change of time, itum we social media we influencer no, itum Western society we influencer no, itum we can you thought kaikana? Dye sa kusam hi color ng data. Be it blonde or green or blue or whatever it is, or katio kasang chili. Some people had itum church kathali antong pinpoint salaga humiliate kasala lejidala. Example, and in a society itum we any gathering kiki kalirano except maksata ji they are humiliated and hila ili hanglos ko bully kasane ta khi you wang because mi ba jili national bing jili khani thot bing jili welcoming maksane da ka khui jidala hi ka ot sakhi rang thada worship or church kathali salala rang sa khawai wi maning la miraculously katioka itum we strategies now ji sangai ka wa church na accept maksa thada thayo and then itum we meeting li ne ji ka wa kuyon sang ma bom bai example yeah itum we shit ka sang tai de le sala pai thada kuyon sang ka disrespect san de la kai khala ko khilang bai but then for some people masa thada ka ji ja we personality express ka sa khalang sai so hikita pressure ka chung ka burden ka chung ka leidak leili itum older generation ping na arriva older generation na in a come doing sangai jin na no opinion itum ava ping na atumi kisara nikliang and then nali no we personality hila issue society na kathada accept sali and then itum younger generation hili itum society an avawa ping hina ka tha da khuid le ka la ka tha da khwing sak ngai khleang gi tiong me ka share sang sang ai ni
Okay, fine. Karezada, I really appreciate what you said. Itum differences see struggling, okay, but still we can coexist together, right? He challenging salake, yang kujung kajana coexist masaga taila later. Itum differences laying okay, we can respect one another and we can live with our differences. If we do not learn this as a society, itum kanitoday na karatotbing. Itum if we cannot learn to live, coexist together with mutual respect and understanding, then we are moving towards a very dangerous zone. So I really respect what you said about that. Clearly, Generation Z, you're a tech-savvy person. Nimla, tech lintum savvy salage. Not only that, entrepreneurial spirit hilazala. To me, say for example, even career lizala. Career lizakava, you want to be more independent, right? You want to look for freelance with career kita baili ning sang maizala. Startup business kita baili itum Gen Z bahitai baili ning sang maide. And we have this diverse perspective. Itum Gen Z bing we have this diverse perspective. We're open to new lifestyles, new cultures, and new perspectives. We're open to those things. Itum lifestyle kita adopt sao ki zahi. Itum Gen Z bingwang masaglaga, itum millennials bingwang masaglaga. Ka ava bingwang ba, yang itum we say ava awo we atum generation bingwang ba. It's like atum bingwang ba. It's a big thing for them. Itum na adopt pailagin adopt sao ki, it's a big thing for them. Okay, itum we okay, give me 1 second. Let me collect my thoughts.
okay
I think it's a very important point. Okay. But itum kanui thought ping na accept me just as I am. The hangdak lehi. I don't agree with that statement.
okay
I'll tell you why. Kibangla zilga ili just as I am ili accept salo leji. That shows how complacent you are in your thinking. Because you're not willing to change. You're not willing to evolve. You're not willing to put efforts and work into yourself and make yourself a better version of the best version you can be, right? Just as I am, accept that's a lazy way of saying, expressing about yourself. So I wanted to be very clear on that. I've heard a lot of young people say, accept me just as I am.
Ari in actually interrupt sauge.
Cool.
Ari no kahang jilita ka since we live in a society, we need to adapt to the ways of the society. Kiji opinion zang jika ari nan kahang jili. Accept me the way I am. The kahang wiji. Jiji the only ka the difference in opinion later leji taka society agli okting umawgida mi baje awining mind muzat bai mune.
Exactly. 100%. That is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
We cannot always, make ourselves put in a position and then societally do not judge me. Do not judge me for who I am. Because you get attitude kale.
Right.
Accept me just as I am. But we're living in a society. Society, there are different types of people. There are different ages, different who come from different background, different experiences in life.
Right.
We have to learn to coexist. We have to learn to respect. We have to learn to have a conversation, a dialogue conversation to come to an understanding, to come to one understanding and coexist together. Because no, we sang ngay mang sao lo zila jang. Like, what about them?
Right.
Yang atum sang mang atum na atum we sang ngay mang sao lo zila. Now what about us? So we have to come and meet in between and compromise. And 50-50 nahi transaction.
Actually interrupt sali okay. So do you think the younger generation are rebellious in nature? Atumi tiomeka nung her lagaji tengai ara avava ping society na himsalo don't do these things and that kaji tran itumi nganui kamai generation ping la sala gragaji we kahang dhala my life my rules. Example merkali social media like Facebook kadali profile like a pig haije my life my rule. No one can judge me. It's me. example hi thai li thada rebellious nature and then ka thang the arrogance ala khai nature la ka jang thada thai chila. So do you think this hampers the relationship between the younger generation and the older generation?
See, because of the advance in technology, itum social media li access kale hi arava paket kain hi. Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, YouTube. There are so many social media platforms that are available. You can gain access to any information in just a matter of seconds, right? Cái chân là cái chúng ta rất là ốc thủy học sinh được lấy thấy sơ rau đó ốc thủy culture ốc thủy chặt na được lấy, yang hina influence. There is a huge, big influence in the lives of the young people, and as I mentioned, they are very diverse in their perspectives, right? So they're open to more. They're open to new lifestyles. Atum lifestyle ka adopt sa yim and we culture you talk about K-pop culture, right? K-pop atum K-pop artists being the way they live their life, the way they dress, the way they do their makeup, the way they live their life. Itum jiji influence lately either negatively or positively. It has an impact on our lives, right? So I would say yes to your questions. Yes, we influence Western culture, we influence pop, K-pop, culture, we influence itumli say itumna lifestyle ja tumwi ji shekui jena avava itumwi kerna we generations being the ji pop mada tugusi. It's there. Laga ji atumna itumli say confront sakava. We don't like the way they confront us. We don't like the way they approach us and talk to us. And most of our parents don't know how to talk to their children in a very respectful way. Right. See, in my experience, it will be society li. Naungrana avavana naungrali hokui laga. Yang one-on-one aina karjan gisag hi toilagi na malay made.
Communication gap lay.
Exactly, communication gap. There is a huge communication gap between our parents and us, and that's the reason why they find us very rebellious, and we find them. It's only pop da mim next. It's only the pop.
Right.
Yeah, Ari an kahangge.
Yeah.
Actually, accept the way I am. What do you mean?
Accept me just as I am.
Accept me
the
just
statement.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's very good. It's a very good point for me. Like it's a new thing, because I always say this to the youth. Because as I'm a worship leader, just come as you are. That's you're in the general safe mo. But that's just for youth being hangay baba. That's just for week after just Monday wang. Monday linali just as I am accept sa kay twist state and you don't have to be ignorant. You have to cut your ego.
Right.
You have to ready to learn on Tuesday. But on the first part, I accept the way you are. But on second part, you are ready to change.
Right.
But if the whole week you are telling me like I smoke, so accept me the way I am. I'm lazy, accept me the way I am. Jacob, I mean that's killing us. The word accept me the way I am.
Yeah, 100%.
Thank you. Yeah, it's new thing.
Yes. Good. Shangreipam. Yeah. Good. Chingri. Thank you. Very informative. Nana. Hang shok tak leje. Maybe something new for so many people, but then it's very, very important. Sorry. Shangreipam nana kangsli arwi ina Chingri we jile refer saga how okay communication gap kle hi avaina naungra kle. For example, no ning gajang bing hinatum avawa bing li. It my parents bing li kya ka communicate kya ka to communicate sakle ang kasi tiong me ka thingai. If we don't communicate with them, how will they understand us? It's a question sangai. Kya ka to communicate sa don tumuling gajang.
Like honestly, Hang Si 5 years I'm living alone.
Okay.
For 5 years, since we can say family matter
Sorry to interrupt. You as a person, but then your generation in general, because you got that no we generation being
okay.
Kya ka to avawa pili communicate sa di kliang kay choices you wang. Kasi tingay na on then sorry their choices as well.
Okay. I don't think we are doing this often.
Yeah. Okay. So this is one of the main issues.
Yes.
Why we have a generation gap.
Yes.
Okay. Are we in a Sochirmi jing han ngai ba mai. Nana K-pop we maramli. Nana Korean culture ning jang atom we dressing ning jang hi thai gi maramli or avawa pinan tum kining jang da ava na iliki sang sangai do or in a sadak le hi or in a sangai dak le hi tha chine kiji natum how often do you communicate with your parents regarding your choices
the sanaim samne not
Kasawa
really
salak dio dio.
kasawa sai ka
Okay, so what do they say? Ki hang mo mai le ju maram ya thum la.
the ich habe long ja the hang sich ich habe long hi the mili it moi na itum inject them setting rock ni the ya itum na han cover toy la ga mang han the inject lam than lam nei ba ka mang han the the sash la ga the laga alo open up sa il open up sa ji ha jin da the thang ka ba sa ji li dong ka open up sa ram de ya kini ni the ga the lei sat the chi lai li wi ja kan ji
Okay. Ju wai na pap ma dak mo ki khale
pap ma
kai.
dak mo,
All right. Na mang sa sani ga no we generation pingi tha de ser le ra bu ka phling le.
ai khang de la sa da le ser le de chi chang ai mang ning la ya
Okay. All right. Ning share Guru Shangreipam are you of the opinion that our society has a generation gap? Generation gap le ji no opinion lim le sani gla kala. Yes, le de le ji ka ba. Main sala ga na ki chi area mai ping le de le kla ji thai ngai le.
Okay, generation gap le. Huge, you wang huge lang ai. You generation ai you older generation yeah. Huge generation gap le. And he are hang ai the communication here. He went it like chung huge ke le ga ne. Now one ga the na avu ban ga the wi differences. Difference le ga. Jeka in ga ning le 70s, 80s, 90s. Okay. 90s mzang ka 70s 80s he will live a huge leina gaim samne gap leina gaim samne because atam jili information miya information wa mire it took 3 days
Right.
2 days yeah and then anytime later end jo sai mai la sing sai kharjan khangna li it mai society along li pain the sai khram early 90s, late 90s, early 90s, cái thảo em thêm này cho bà chạy, yeah, 97 rap wrong, and then it mới Adam hili, prakta cái nữa, hạt đâu, khi cái rap số của mình nữa, social media tắc the rap ta hili, higher education ra cái, ít sao vậy Adam education này sao tu, and then it mới higher education we generation li rap ra sang hậu, in rap thêm này sao vẫn rap thêm cái hang hậu, like young quay li bom là cái ilake chuan ok thim lei lim nei chino
Okay.
hilian mung homo jenara now ba hin thang kha ba I suspect kiga suspect say I want to try again chok jen farm ka le sa and he was amazed oh there is more hadam ji chan ni avu hanung ga there is more there hang adam ji chan ya a ba sin trust sa her a ba accept sa her no hili gap le ga no communication sang rok tu now ban idea hang the job ban accept some mirror to about idea jin now ban get some mirror to because we are a new generation jo ban older the way to society hili kernel na decision ko hui kernel na kamung generation aga the society aga sao and then during I sir no recently I come across with a short video and this student asked ari ojaba jing han jin generation gap wim dang ni and then ojaban no I'm still young he's like 70s I'm still young because I don't want to grow older. Jingum the right you ningo ngai fei dang. And then it me society hili ishabulong na na the ningo. And then it kuni thought we in communication sa ba ito. He will lead jonga communication gap link sa go.
Okay.
Social media rak ta hena itum ban na ba. Itum adam jili Facebook ra daw. Higher education sa pang and then atum na shepsi now we America the majuk da khiji thumna khudak jila bangle tak da rang phitsangao Hollywood ra daw K-pop ra daw country dong ko culture country dong ko lifestyle country dong ko shok da ke kiga athumi new revelation new culture new fashion new music rak da dum ni chanli athumwang rear saw athumang thar saw wi hili gap ujung ra le
Okay. So main area he had it's some way information tada equal salina fit massacre generation chu wangkala itum communication tada makle he area healing sadly zila
yeah
all right
and then in jila ka kira sa oge gap he relevant sa gam sa gam tim ka you opinion li he relevant sa na you know 지금 알아 80s 아담리 generation gap with pressure here. 이tum 나로 feel 사다 그야 너무 클레타 티지.
Okay.
지금 이 나로 닝다 회. Honestly, what I'm thinking is that what if are you with the younger generation rock is being live in opinion ng jay sa you fashion ng jay sa the music industry ng jay sa I will understand them. I will accept them. By any means, I will believe that there will be more vision in the accept if ning chon dil ya. Kali the younger generation right ko if accept sa mira. Kali ji we paning dil ko in gap ning li krel ga 80s 70s atam liver less vision for generation gap. Technology rara science rara ok thu ma tai sang ho ji we vision tiao mai ta ji we vision hi chung dam le thu mai de. And then youth hi ma ta la ga educate sa thu mai de. Youth hi ma ta educate sa ji jo ana atum na as it ma hele generation ya gap le ko ba 90s ping li thum tha mi de twitter and 2000 li hi da twitter ga ji ari thum na feel sa de ga sa de ji da ka atum ya tam ji youth ping ji na generation gap hi chung na de film sa tu or ji lang mi de vision chung dam le thu gi da ari hya gi thum suffer sa ni le khu
Okay. Ning share. Yes. No experience sang laga hang mi dak leji. I think it's coming straight from your heart. Jiwaina kana khangna la ning lum lak dale ring phala gaina. It's very genuine. Adang na hui dak le real life experience and it's hang dak le. It's not make up story no hang dak le. So very meaningful. Ning share. La shio Sochirmi lila. Nani hu tiao mai khang rim rawai de in the ling han thau ge. No we ka ning lila. Itum society li generation gap lay the quicker. I thought it's just a myth. That itum na putting papagine or the check papagine the quicker. Lay the lay generation gap lay jigava. Kachikata area li lay mamili. Area in the sense in a specific some way hang in terms of culture, clothing, food habit. I think itum the zakai that. Kichi main area being kim may lay jiji. Dio make a share something sangai.
You have a never. Ari had a society wa lungbi. Kari liver mobile phone ka thai computer thai pom le tham ni jita thada jilla. Jina atum hi mi individual a kaina aka socialize sa me. Ka ari honwa itum kthoi bing hi phone mobile sing rock sari da hadang so na la bak phalum ne. The phone ji singai ka ba.
Right.
Mi ak bang salala Shangreipam shop ya. Hada ning hak me. I phone le laga phone singai ka ba imang bom the ta ji thau ni itumai dang da ji le da. Laga itumwi thada marital condition ya thada shakzao bongni jika kre liver itumwi shakzang la kui ka tha hi community aka or thada shimkora ka ji thali le sai jilla ka ari honwa itumwi bong da wei na lang la khwing ro kai thada khu khangde ka da wei na la khwing ro po kai la ya jena laga itumwi career jika kre li have a long shai awai atumwi adam neva main sada government jobs jitha hili thada focus sai atum hi doctor engineer thali thada focus sai jilaya ka arhon itum thada itum khoni thot bing hi creative same atum hi thada broader ideas le me laka thada jika hi thada kriyang wa hi thalam lai sale me thada itum thada sai hi
Yes.
ka arhon wa hina idea creative ideas ku shok laka saman dak le ni jila ka jiwi laka education jika Kayang wa atada awai bing ituma wa bing he science kui bing he ai kithen bing mang na kui ni thada concept lai sai jilla ga arts kui bing na thada lai ngzang khame bing inthem khame bing na kui sai kui da thada ju concept lai ka jiwam shun ni thada arts jika ka jaw ideas ka jaw interest khala ji shoot as that lai ni ya thada jilla ka idea ji thada itumwi focus ji hak me khar le le ai arts fak ne jika ka jaw interest a t-shirt zat kai ya ji thada jili le science jika ka jaw a t-shirt ning interest khala t-shirt
Okay. Ning shi what about our dressing itumwi clothing hili gapi lay come like arina the main mentions I career itumwi technologically and then marital ka akchikida education are itumwi clothing hiliwa lay come lay the generation gapi lay ya
they jika itumwi thada tangku wishan mai jon mai hang ok
right
khaijang wa thada tangku shan mai jon mai jika wa khnini sang khong rom da itumwi jang khong mai na kashan thada phone laka thada symbol sak mai na sang jika ar hon wa thada khangde ngrang rom laka itumwi the I will be patient in a room be like a sang away.
Okay, okay.
Kay live the symbol some may sham may that sang.
In share la show yar show ara in a chingri no opinion la thing I lay no opinion li generation gap yes no I think tell me cover mentions higher late lady
Correct.
yes kya ka hak da kya ka teo da like la generation gap and then most importantly in which area ka chigathali generation gap ma time it the late dog ji ka thing I lay
Okay, there. Firstly, mention Sairi, generation gap he laye. We can all agree to that statement. Laye. Kya ka gap hakta lay, tiawda lay is baziba. I don't know. Baziba, I don't know how to. Kina measures are la. I can't really say.
Okay.
Ka gap ji hakla kina lay.
right
Young. Now, I need to mention, sorry, technology. Matai lagi na technology will lead to muli generation gap later. Ava being tech savvy samne atum phone operate kisali, laptop, computer operate sali atum hi ngazan lake. Itum na advanced samay, itum na tech savvy samay. Young. And na chili gap later. Number 2, entertainment. Atumuli say itumui avava we generation being na atumui the way they look for entertainment in areas in which they look fields in which they look for entertainment. The things that we enjoy doing and things that they enjoy doing that they feel happy and joyful is completely different. We like playing mobile games, right? We like playing soccer. We like doing a lot of things that our older generation folks wouldn't appreciate it. There is a generation gap there. Kogotumali work and lifestyle. It will outside lately, it will curricular gap later. How? We generation live at public service engineer, doctor. But again, as I mentioned earlier, we're more open to new lifestyles and we say career in terms of career we're more into freelance career. Startup business because we own business setup creative fields stable job because we thought being stable income generate we lifestyle and now we background and now stuck and even we say priorities and expectation in a thing political beliefs politics we say we kernel we political ideology and other political ideology in a day the progressive samay the liberal samay or we have this conservative outlook he the social values social values we have this more progressive ideas or attitudes towards gender, race and sexuality even. Say for example we say avava we generation liver ngla school kaka or ngla invest that has changed, right? That has changed. Education I think all this we causes education we details thank you.
all right thank you so much okay all right thank you Chingri originally yes in so many areas generation gap later itu mi gujung gujai atang aka mention sai communication lack of proper communication in a causes aka sadalaye
Correct.
Will there be tada causes si katay sarala? What are the causes of our generation gap? Are we technology are there any more which we have not mentioned yet? And then itumli generation gap lay dak hina. Kada effects are like itum society li ring room li itum we now right na avava with relationship li kada generation gap ina effects sang sakdale kring krakili day to day you don't know or as our lifestyle in general and then kataka itumi generation gap later clay bridge sapai mira yes ngalang da wakata da basara but then the omik mangla ก็ได้อีทุมีริงรุมพาวมีระก็จีข้าเชียร์ซ้ำมีละ
Okay. Firstly, generation gap we cause to see okay itum we technology we advancement here na reason agasai ka clearly barriers in our communication between us and our parents. Young barrier lay always la young. And that's ka clear reasons high causes of communication gap between this generations. Young. I would mention historical events.
Okay.
That will be a major reason. Avava we generation li, atum we li, atum the experience guy. Say it could be a war. It could be like something that something terrible that happened, right? The socially la, atum we village level in la, jikitawi historical events chain la, atum we differences in upbringings and life experience. The way their parents, the way their parents taught their children is different from the way right now our parents teach us, the way they are upbringing us. Now it's going to be different again, how we teach our children and how we raise them. It's going to be different again. So their life experiences and our life experiences and our children's life experiences are going to be different. Generation gap he causes sang sakpai. Economic factors he la reason na kade. Say atum atamli inflation we level he name line na say, right? Things are goods are super cheap. Nimla pesa he value le lagin na sa. It's not like that anymore. Itum generation liva. Yeah. It's super expensive. That is because of the problem of inflation. The government is printing unlimited amount of cash every now and then. Mamshung. Government cash prints out late. Like other cash, unlimited amount of cash prints out the other scarce stimulate to cash flow. Scarce stimulate to we pay we value sitang la. Jena itum tolop la jungal la or raman sagai cover. It's still the same, right? The hikatawi itum say economic factors hinala reason nagasai itum we generation gap like that. Now, we society say in the context of our Tangkul community, the effects had like say again, communication barrier. That's number one, right? Generation gap layout the hinakata the effects itum naungarai na avava ping we communication li itum barrier layout gap layout. Yang iwi intention atum pamada tu iwi explanation in a hanglala atumna pop matar tu kasi comprehend masar tu kasi leide yang say na ramle unglo laka na ramnau pingli kharjan ung saying lo chili thaide no we ideas na share sa dak leji the way you communicate na tui shi chin dak leji ok tu shok chang dak le hangji kujung ga pop mda laga atumba chap cha zala atumna hangji tu na pop dalala okay it's too orthodox because we intentionally lose. So communication barrier and this is affecting us in our relationship between us and our parents, between us and our elders, between us and the church, between us and the common folks. Number two, again, technological divide. Technology he gap the relate common ground Malay so even our older generation, they should be open to learning new things. Adapt sa gigs na hi. Ay tumarargay na itum generation ba itum matik meaning na hi natum atam ne technology ba. That's a wrong way of looking at life. We should be always having the intention, having the interest to learn new things, open to learning, every single day of our lives. Jitaga itum hi connect sabay zala. Like itum hi bridge sabay zala. And avava pingla iwa hangai itum hi katam kash kachi ko hi ba singumai na define masamne yang rarai la tam khui pai rarai la itum technology hi kada operate sa tam khui lo yang it's really exciting and it's going to blow your mind. So was hangai go to Malay political polarization the different views on important issues view ngai the yang hi na itum division khura the because again dialogue conversation in Malay is the law. It always goes back to having a dialogue conversation. Tumuli tension later conflict later between one party and another party, between say the younger folks and the older folks. Itumuli political belief, political ideology a thing rogoda, perspective sing a thing rogoda. Jang hikta hiwena itumuli division iragzala. Shimkur kaida laylaga, shimkur manghan kongrok laylaga, amena agto manghan kongrok laylaga. Because of what? Parting a thing is that's a very stupid way of handling the situation. Kamatiali, itumi pamlila, there is a conflict. Say, otpamakli, generation kanigitum. Say, generation kani otsa itumi generation aina, itumi abava being with generation he, otsangrume jakava, there will be conflict in the workplace because of what? Different work styles and expectations. We want to do the work smart, right? We want to do it like efficiently in a smart way. Itumba hard work is baliva, itumba smart work is bahi, itumba jibaji implement sangai me is like itumba odsai yang. So itumba od kasali we have different work styles and different expectations. Generally, there is a conflict in the workplace again because of generation gap. Now, measures to bridge this generation gap that we have in our society. Measures key number one, education. And I want to really, really emphasize on this. Education. Quality education. It's really education system 1 century to education system day. This is no longer working in this generation. It's Paulo Freire in Hange. It's education system here. This is called banking system of education. It's all about transactions between teachers and students. So what, how to understand this is like, itumwe bangli transactions students are considered as an empty bank account, and teachers are considered as the depository, figure, and they consider themselves as an expert. They think themselves that they know everything, and they want to impart. They wanted to, deposit informations into an empty account, which is you guys, students, right? And what they expect, what the society expects, what the system expects from the student is to memorize the content, the knowledge, and the information, and write exams like that, and repeat that cycle of memorization and teacher acting as an expert. There is no critical thinking in our education system. Critical thinking kasi, logical thinking kasi itong school communication. How to have a effective communication kasi itong school the education hina maram hakmai in order for us to bridge this gap between our older generation and our generation, education system okay, it's poorer than our system right now. But then it's not working. So we need to bring revolution. We need to bring change in our education system. Education system in Meragava, we will all be like robots. Many young people are functioning their life in an autopilot mode. Many young people are living like an NPC in a game character. The kalata decision mukui katay, kalata mirinwi responsibility mukui katay. We're not being taught at schools about the issues that we have in our society. It should be discussed at a classroom level. Right? It should be discussed at a classroom level. We have so many social problems and issues that we have. And but what we're doing at school, the you 10 years lang key textbook key content India miyang basina miyang nauping na ideology impart textbook lila we have to be really careful about this. Indoctrinate sadle itumi naungarapingli itumi kunitopini indoctrinate sadle. And then if us the educated people, if we're not careful about this, if we're not concerned about this, then again, I want to be very serious about this. We are moving towards a future that is going to be very dangerous for us.
Important salakai point này cái sao là tiêu cái debate hay vậy chứ này.
Okay, cool.
Let's come back to the measures to bridge the gap.
Okay, second one will be education. Yeah, dialogue conversation. Again, that is pretty much similar to education. Dialogue conversation because we have to learn how to have a dialogue with one another.
Okay.
With our parents. Atumwena initiative mokulila. Let's take initiative from us. Let's start from our end to initiate a dialogue conversation with our parents. Yang pamjanglo kerjan salo. Yang laga itum we opinion hanglo, itum we idea share salo. Laga atumli langanalo. And when we have this dialogue conversation, we can come to an agreement. We can find a common ground. And that's when we can respect one another's opinion. We will not fully agree with what they say. They will not fully agree with what we think and what we say. But then we can find solutions, right? If we don't talk, how are we going to find solutions to our problems? We have to start talking. And this is why I really appreciate this kind of talk show that we have. We can share our opinions, our viewpoints towards certain things. And this is how we start. This is how we start changing our society. This is how we, make an impact in the lives of individuals, young, old, rich, poor. So thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Details na yes, this can be one of the topics. Very important.
Yeah.
Yeah, ka aja itum general salagay nang zagaw kita yes point mine na and then he elaborates aga arala walaga mathamay card lang na because this is very very important. The measures to bridge the gap because himang hinay itum ni solution chikura migi ne. So thank you very much, Chingri. Very very resourceful, very meaningful. Ari ngarai ka chahi ina yarsho Shangreipam na ling hanlu shit ke no opinion li kina atang tiao me ka mention sar ka no opinion li ka tele le khala chila hangming sangai and then ka the effects had like la itum generation gap like dak le hina itum thought khanga te ati da ngateng rok da ningchuk le dak le ok thui dak le na ka the itum as individuals, as society, as groups, as in the church no ka the effects had like and then kisa ka itum le gap le dak le hi ka the tiao mang lang sung khui ba ra ji ka share sam.
Okay, Chingri na खूब share है technology that or communication, less education, higher education makhlay why na hili gap ling sa kain so generation gap like itum ring the kind I feel like we will suffer from generation gap. We've been suffering. We will also still keep on suffering.
Okay.
And the causes being itum generation here itum isha long atom isha long atom or higher atom ni atom education makhlay bang atom na hard work sarga luivalga or farm sarga ring laga ai yang we hinai itum ok thine hilang mi ok thim lim the ring sa wai ni itum gap jung ra le gain late 90s and 20s atom hi technology rak shobi bang na but ring room by chuang accept sa khang ro atom ni chan ni open minded sa khang ro ideas share sa ji accept sa ni khang ro try belief system khang je adam ni chan ni but when do we know that we are causing a generation gap? It's you answer Baba when we know that we're developing. Itum ray sang the lay kun you thought being ta sang the lay kun you thought being developed sad lay education system ta made lay mindset ma ta mai je hina itum generation gap laying sak khalay thing sak lay
Okay.
because 80s and 90s when you being in observe saking adam ni they live the same lifestyle riva and then their government job now some ka phang ba jin na ma tha mai thui je man mai thui je ram ning sai
Okay.
let's dream dream mak sa now we dream man I dream about a lot you da ka sa da like fashion how do I improve update ka sa each and every day social media li lang what's the best to wear what's the best to talk what's the latest book what's the latest song update sa khong ro ka thum li dream ma lem no now hya ka phara ishi mir now hya ka adam ji li
Okay.
mir now jung ji na thum ring pa song
Right,
and then what ka sa le jin ngeng me mo ji lifestyle le na ari thum lifestyle hi conflict ng sa ga no adam ji chan generation gap ik jong ko sang sa ga wa to gap this generation gap to me honestly is that atom belief system and mindset he for saying change but I mean I can't change them. I'll share my best as I have mentioned 5 years imang ringa ye after 2 years sharing, my mom and dad, have or the society li in his sangai you dream he later. Share except I go out and live myself. I go out and work myself to achieve my dream. So that someday I will prove and they will believe. He already will believe man he later hin. Other than emulate who you know.
Okay.
So he you know kapning ni I mean hangai that education school li hwa mang ji la church li wa shung da or society wa shung da church li ren no ah li ren no it my belief system his spiritual mind ring nei ji ba he you believe he it believe his spirit and mang ring you believe like you know they believe that we only live in spirit. The science and technology or mass media here is some or generation ka thara da kai conchat ni ne generation ka thara da kai so khami ne and then he will vision or he will believe he will mindset in jail ga itum khni thot ping hi rer some man ga ok thi re some man le or chui some man re education system la ka some man re sarik sa lam tai some man re and then itum ok thi hi itum ram hi re sang bai le or itum la jingum nam ning ne khring khagi or jingum na rai le itum mind me chip sa bai fi e 40 years kai le business sa bai fi e 30 years kai le e tam khi bai fi ju belief system he le ga dam ju chan mindset he le ga dam ju chan itum gap hi itum a khai na kira sa bai gap hi feel sung hi bai feel sa bai.
All right, thank you ning share Shangreipam very practical kala sa pai la khaya suggestions ping wangai ning share la sure Sochirmi no opinion ni la ka tha le ligla kina itume yes american in mention sai re hi ping wang ji no opinion ni tha le kla la thenga ye and then hikha gap le da klina society li kala individuals li kala between parents and children kada da effect sang sak ta no ka pning li khisa ga wa itumi musun yes athang Shangreipam na khang da generation gap hi wa le shon gi jine a khali mung ta pa lu la arwa phra sang ga ha okthira ka ning chok ing tai ngok sero ga ka difference later klei chi tiao mang lei thum ka tha cham na kui bai ki chi thei ngai tiao me khang
Ari question how ba ya
question how fok chi generation gap hi khu ban khali kla as simple as that
hada itumi jingkum zalwa man le ya hada adam na tad man le daga generation after generation hi shok man da le ni dila dili ke ya wi shok da le itum aron sa da le hili khang dei la shok ba itumi next generation da ya hada dili ke ja wi ideas broader ji min jik shok la ka man ba ye dila dili itumi phamda khang rock hada ningjuk ningrin ngdei rock how the guy to make a fali it the day trick I lay how the detail lay cover to the generation gap detail way the lay henny the girl it way the milli appreciate misak hey
okay
detail way la I can't
kim tham chu kui lo na hang ngai ji la ka hang lo Origin causes of generation gap we hang da kle yang yes appreciate mas ha thai ng rok chen actually mind sang rok la ga thui khai we all right
dili thada mind sang rock hai laga misunderstanding le khang rock thada phamdang rock la laga disagreement thada no a winning joke ai ni thu winning joke ni dei thui khai da ji tha wei na la hi ithum na thalai na phamdang rock laga hi ga thada sa ga da phara no wi ji tha ga wa hi thada phamere da thada understanding le rock thalai na hang khwing rock laga sa ka wa da ithum da laga zatwa bai mere ka lai thu re sang li laga phaigar khwi bai mere
okay hina arui tha ga mata la ga na no list specify sal ga hanau kai no we arui generation gap lai da klei hina no we ring da klei kala ring wa ngai da klei li effect sa da klei ma lai le to
ari na zatwa gi ji li da yu phaigar li jar li ya li yu interest li athumna da mtha da phap tak mi ji thai ka ba ilaga yu ning jang na sari ji ba ning la ka phap ta mi la ka pha ba ji sa khui ke ya da itumna sa li athumna hisab sung re ji le ka ba itumna jim sangai ka ba itumna ka da ning ji full considerate entire ni ji la
okay
nga itumna ot sa ka 다들 좀 다들 천와이 정와이 리절로 이내 드레스가 살까 이tum디 appreciating 사가 이tum히 다들 stand up 사가 질라 다이게 이tum나 다이렉 다들 100 빌리 아tum나 두이 강제나 70% 마다운 다사바 일라 이tum이 다 kapni hiya jina jili 다들 jili 이tum이 다들 다 치크바이 회가 다 치크바이 다들 jili 다들 일리 lately
Okay, ning share. Ishi hi lungsak la kaina kharjan sai re. Very very meaningful ari discussion hi. Kanaw na ara closing remarks ada 1 minute each. 1 minute each mira hili message to yourself and your generation. No we generation hili na ki hangai. Generation gap like that like in terms of whatever we have discussed kala ava bangra ping hili in particular and our society in general. Kanaw sada no closing remarks sada minute akabang chika hangmilo.
Lexia va kala awa yin rapping natum we now li shitsang milo kala gadom milo itum na sada kle hi itum wang mang ning salla natum wang la kan kana le natum na la itum li mthalai na itum we cultural knowledge and ethic knowledge jibing jib thalai na da mi milo itum akha akina akha gadom rok laga khoka salaga itum we society hi resang khwai pang sin se
Okay. Ning share. Shangreipam, no way closing remark. Message to yourself, to your generation, and to parents and the society in general.
Thank you so much. So, may sabi na generation gap older generation na masyungay, younger generation na masyungay malay ni. Hiba gap hi leishon re, future le Luiram re. So, karena pingin tumni pam dami ni sila. Mam juk kaya se atum na suffer sa ade tum na ragaman di tum opinion, music lirin o fashion lirin o food lirin o rada hiba i ka hing shun ba hi accept sa kang roki nang shun bai. So karena we li ina tam khinaya ga ya itong culture kapik shargo li shargo shim thar da hailo nanang lajim khirang ga mata yeng zak family li yang ga khilo rebra li thai shim khilo shim thar da hailo itong culture li ba phok pha him lem ko let's say phok pham ning area kira khyor ya wa na hang itong tang culture prostitute ni culture Sochirmi culture him ni is we culture jiba mirin pe the generation kya gap le la khni thot bi ukung ni jahing changai gap kya le na atum kya la wai da atum kya kha khring krang ma shung la chui understanding chui moral ethics jiba mirin pe the younger generation bi ni kiri sang changai chu culture ba ja ne kharnau bi ni la ara re sang man da khni thot chok da he hi khon ge shim ni khap blessing ne tingrong hi ashon ka thor chok adam ni tan thei chung idam thei. So itum generation has a new generation chok da ye itum Europe bang society wang rei sang khwai or tha sang khwai or kashung mei kwai ni ba yi shi sang sang and little more open minded sak me itum idea accept sak me ignore sa me accept sak me and then understanding sa me wang and more importantly jilang me khar gi ki ge go le shi me in the Gagam Tata Sally in the Gava Shunga in the Sari, that's a environment Sally, the Quisam Jabai Sally, with other form of Benson and elimination accept Salamai. So, the Shiming Roxe, Kashiming Roxe, I accept Samino, itum he soak me, which body accept Saming Sangai, Hangai.
Okay. Ning share your show, Shangreipam. Kanao sada Chingri, your closing remark, message to yourself, to your generation. Matalagay na naling nui kmay na rare kmay generation pingila. What is your message to bridge this generation gap?
Okay. Remake Twitter, Gen Z pingli, Gen Z generations are kni thought pingli hangai. Never lose sight of what truly matters in life. That is relationship, kindness, and a sense of community. Kakanyali, start taking responsibility for your life. Shimlipam laga game mang ropom lo. There are a lot of ways you can play games and you can make money if you enjoy doing that. Find ways to monetize your hobby, your passion, right? Kagatumali, respect your elders. Arihon we can taught being he Karnaulik Yakshik he Suita Lak Hire.
Right.
And Karnaulik Yakshik he tum he Mama Lai by me. Young. It may culturally he aman saklak kaya kaina akane. So respect your elders. Avava pingli, to me avava clear, to me Gen X and late boomers pingli hi hangai eva. And to me wisdom later clay, to me experiences see to me bang valuable salake. Itum kuni thought pingli kerchan samilo kuzi hi hangai. Kakanya li start leading by example. Avava pingli jang. Example, start leading by example. Itumli example line itumli lead samilo jo. Because he iba hangai. And kanawasada hi hangai. Good man, good man creates good times. Good times create weak men. And the weak man creates strong man. And strong man, they create good times. Itumwi community li, we need strong men. We need strong men in our community. Do you know, I would say the reason why as a community itumwi issue problems our men have become weak. That's the reason why we need strong men to rise up and start leading by example. And with that thought, I want to say thank you again. Yeah, bless you all.
All right. Ning share interesting sala khai topic sa how kala rather clipping le interesting ka sami bing mangao guest bing here and then discuss some among ja thai ka khui chung ka le inspire la chung ka sa khui le mukup sangai jin jin kat ba but then tamna masa pai to da kup sang or le ning shi ka jang kat and then Atang mentioned Saula, this is just the beginning. This is just a stepping stone towards a greater change in our society. Jena, itumi change maker avun the queen sangai, the potential we each possess. He, kajichao wang mang umpaningala, kajichao wang mang mukuela, yaru wang the muchuklaka, brought some my card of muchukmilaka, itumita the inspire sang roxe. You favorite kodak lay. It is good to be inspired. But it is greater to inspire. Itum na mikte one inspiration ko kuhi palak, but then mikte li no we train inspires hakmiji, jina hak time mi idang. And then I believe each of you are an inspiration in your own way to the rest of the people. Chung ning shi ring phai ntum na concern like lagay na hidada kaji chao wang mang jila you generation you are vava you society wang da thoughtful sa lagay na resourceful sa lagay na razan wang ning shi. Wherever you are, whatever you do, wherever you go, exemplary life. Please continue to do that. Mi ping na yang ralaga role model la queen sakhain. Ina hi hang je. Itum school ga who is your role model he? Gamba thailag rang je ping Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru hang of Mother Teresa je. But then itum tang hu nakla the role model sa ba ise. Itum generation itum sot nakla tala. Itum we na nganu mai sala role model sa ba itum. And I believe itum ko tong chi tha sa ba strike sa se. Ning shi ge jang ka dai re. Higita pakam taya atomli sampong shit say na tumna. So your exam taki ji mahai no may you pass with flying colors no we namang nila na shawan shawa shim kuram now itung tongali Makang Sagreti shik sang le Shangreipam nana Jesus heart we worship leaders ada oasis li nana otsada clay mga ba mayroon no ministry mikchungali inspire saruno we run Chingri no Chingri no we entrepreneurship no it's a and then new podcast no whatever you do I believe and I hope that you'll continue to be an inspiration successful some no now later the some point shit why sincerely shit say kala actually viewers ping and I really believe itum ko tonga inspire sa de ra the shit sangai kuchung ka tam shukui le ra the shit sangai itum na acha na kui ga hi just that itum leisure timely young away that chili tangai ka it's going to be a wastage of time no week wang le tum ko tong wang so young kui ga himang li matang lang na kui ga li mang matang la khama tha jang da le ka itum day to day life li practically implement sa itum hot na se itum kuchung ka discuss sire ko achi itum thought khanga je ati shuda ngalang the technological era social media krahina ngatai hang ngaina leng sak hai hina itum wili kring kharlik chung ka shei khutale chen tiao khamang le bridge sak wai dai itum actually discussion hi quick kane and I believe he we manga ina itum tiao khamang la ring pha khamai sam phang ra da shit sangai avava bing na tumli appeal sign now achikiwa avava mchang tukla da kai kana question sad le pai yes parana ka sangai jina masak pai waina marazan road to yes ajava avava ning chukla itumla khuingai jina opinion ka thada le ri kla ka ji ka masa pai to khnaw le chang vai sara avava opinion la khui khwai la sa se matter sala ka achu discuss sada le in general na sa khai la jang de le ye avava bing na itum naungra bing le phapta mira da shit ka sang le itumwi idea ka itumwi opinion aka hi miakli force masa se itumwi karela ka okthira itumwi da okthira itumwi da okthira from ra ki ula male ase let us be a bit flexible atang yar shor Shangreipam na hangai ta teo ka liberal sami se teo ka acceptable sami se itumi karing karagi akain okthi from ra ki ula male samra da khuye yes ka shi live ka shi se chakshi sa da le je itum hang chin phlim re awa mang chin ka pan hang chin ra hang chin ra ka ji thai da naung ra ping la stress ma mi ase depress ma sang sa ka se atum interest la yang mi se and a musician sang ngai le la musician sang sak se football ning sang le la football la ka thang sak se lei lon ngai le la lei lon sak se ari itum ngai kai da government job mang sang sak ri chila ma le samra hi tong ga hi itum room la ka hi thaw issue hi nei tum is chok sak tak le ne hi itum phap tang room se itum church la society na la moral policing him war nam sa se la in request sangai moral policing war na kai ne itumwi society dik chung ga shoi de le ko kala kham ta a khanwa itumwi nangra pingwa lecture jili ning sang la ka lecture chu ati shuda mok thu mini ji shan ko kyak le but then itumna na tumwi otsak pali yang mai otsak pai na dam shu kui pai mai chu wai na sorry otsak kham ta pai na ring ji thei se itum a khaina aka otsak gan ring ji thei pai na matai mai da hangai kala khani tho ping metala ga na college ka da claiming hita da hangai ari ku chunga hangji ther ko itum responsibility ku them se one of the most important messages at hangai le responsibility ku them se by the time you pass the 10 12 imirini kisaran thairan kai ne itum with society va conservatives la tau ok thui ka hi mong shung tu jo gida graduate ku bai sala master ku bai sala imirini kisara la chi ma thairang chi chung khalai fe with a change of time itum hi thấy thằng mày say innovative sao mày say creative sao mày say yes na lấy lon ngay la thắc la cái là lấy lon bài thằng queer Chingri mình hàng ngày rồi no we hobby no we leisure time nên là sang ngày được lấy na cái thằng đó monetize sara cái thằng đó earn sa bậc very important message itum hik thai sak vai sa say let us not be too rebellious ava bing na itum li cho chẳng la cái nào được lấy sai rồi ta là cái yêu nào thêm khwai da sa được lấy li itum appreciate sa say let us be grateful for that ava vam le itum kali bảo ra no we winning chang sa khuira chi waina ava wali ning chon sa ga se society li muring sing sa ga se school li no college li no church li society li no wherever you are no we otsak je na manifest sang saklo na na kham tha sangai de le ji itum athang hangai da kharnaw bin khiam shi thei su re chi chung kha le ko we tend to smoke in front of the elders mathai milak la itum mai chi she phogai ra mathai milak la jamang ga zat le mathai milak la ari rai shai chup de le mang chup de le kipao sak za no sak za ne no sak za je na kipali sa za ava wali ning chong sa ga society li church li ring shing sa ga itum responsibly quick tela khaya ya shola shwa wang sang sak se no we ring khangai je na I ring khulak ra ila ke ke ju wang ne milim sa jing sak se let us be accommodative nana in a society li ok thyo gi da society u chat khana chi la thei se gi chi la message mi khangai ne khana sa da itum we khani thot ping Korean culture no Western culture no whatever the culture later could be kamatha shikui by just shikui say but then never forget who you are never forget where you come from no we roots mom lai lakalo na tangkhul naw ne I tangkhul naw ne tangkhul naga gi hi ba na kali ka kali ba la bashiman ro ko no ashi li jang ogi ju wang ka te we culture shikui salala ka te we culture ji sangai salala in terms of food habit dressing culture whatever it is tangkhul ne ji mom lai lakalo tangkhul touch mom lai lakalo I tangkhul ne ji proud sa lagai na chat lo tangkhul li ka tom thai mai lo yes Korean fans lang sa se atang khang de BTS army lang sa lo but then tangkhul naw le supportive sa thai lo itumai ni tum la ka tom thai plung ra communication gap lai dak le hi itum bridge sa se hi bridge sai ka va itum hi ko to nga ari le dak le hi ung taw ra itum hi musung khui shabra ge ji shit ka sang le de le achu discuss sa khai le opinion differ sa la chung khale sa re but then mi avu opinion hile khamathala jang da le ka ba ji accept sa la ka itum society li implement sa khai sa se ningshi ka jang khadai re ntum ko tong gali achu we show hi na thumna mathai da khui da le ka ba leave a comment nana appreciate sangai dak le point jang le ka leave a comment ka lana we opinion difference later hi iwa hi thane da le ka chila ka pisang milo kala iwi I thumna sa dak le talk show hili kala channel hili mathang sang sak ngai da le dak le ka wa I thum team na always welcome side le positive criticism always welcome side le please hi tangku we platform ne da khuilaga na thumna support sami jinglo subscribe la samilo more videos 2 videos in a week sang mi kid le into na yang milo kala resourceful sala khaya platform sang sak se ning shi ki chang ka dare next episode le itum ko tonga sang phang share shit say thank you